The Croods. We're here playing it. I'm Justin.
I'm Andrew. How's it going?
Good.
Justin.
For some reason, I don't think you and I have ever done a video together, and the Croods is the thing that gets Goldfarb to come out of his news dungeon.
My corner. I unshackled my chain to my desk. Now, this is the weirdest looking Angry Birds game I've ever seen, Justin.
Right. So the reason this game's notable, there's the movie coming out, The Croods, from Fox, I think.
Well, everyone is so excited for it that of course they know that. That goes without saying.
But this is made by Rovio. This is made by the Angry Birds and Bad Piggies people. And so they released Bad Piggies, and they released Amazing Alex. But basically they've been doing physics puzzle games for years. This is the first game that they've done outside of that since the first Angry Birds.
Yeah, it's really interesting. I mean, I haven't seen it in action yet, but you were explaining it to me earlier. It seems more like a typical social game people might expect.
Yeah, so this is like Simpsons Tapped Out, which is the modern exemplar, or like Farmville, or any of these
Clash of Clans.
Yeah, Clash of Clans. Any of these games where you're building a little base, and then you have to wait for things to happen, or you can pay you have these gems up in the corner, and that you can speed up that wait process. I just went through the tutorial. I recorded that video, so that's going to be up in a sec. You have these quests that you're kind of following from Gran, and you make soup with vegetables. But the basic flow of this game is you tame animals. Oh, and now I just leveled up, so I get more animals that I can. Thanks.
Who was that little guy in the corner?
That audio is really loud. I'm gonna turn that down. Who's that little guy in the corner?
Yeah, there was a little guy who popped up when you leveled up. He was like a little mascot.
I don't know, Anthony. I have no answers for you.
And you don't even know my name. You just called me Anthony.
Oops, I've been doing a lot of commentaries with Anthony. I know your name, Goldfarb.
I like to pretend Anthony's near me too. It's fun. So this seems like a pretty big, something like Clash of Clans or Simpsons. You're in not an enclosed space, but you're in a finite space. I mean, is this, how big is kind of your area to work with here?
This big.
Oh, that's the whole thing. Okay.
Well, I mean, maybe it expands later on, but this is what I have so far. So here's how the basic flow of this game works. You have these berries, and you feed the berries to the molar bears, and the molar bears give you carrots, and you feed those carrots to the bunny beasts.
Now, Justin, I don't know if you know this. In the real world, there are animals called polar bears, and I believe this is a little joke.
Yeah.
Do they have big teeth? Is that the joke?
Yeah, they do. Look, they're like moles and polar bears crossed together.
Oh, I thought it was like polar bears with big molars.
No, not molar bear, not that kind of molar bear. And that's as far as I've gotten. And it looks like that food chain, so you start with the berry bush, that goes and so they have this little guide that shows you. And I'm getting rocks from the bunny beast now, and I'm assuming that those rocks are going to be spent on the next thing, right?
This just seems, it seems like a totally competent, fine game. It just, again, surprising that this is by Rovio. It's a very interesting departure for them. It
is extremely weird that this is a Rovio game, in my opinion. I mean, it makes me think that maybe they're going to have more, this is the first one, just like Angry Birds was the first one. They did a bunch more later. Maybe they're going to do something similar with this.
What I'm curious about is, Angry Birds Trilogy, for example, was published under the Rovio label, but it was developed by Housemarque.
Right.
And I'm wondering if this is, maybe they're working with other studios, or...
It doesn't seem so. I mean, it seems like they did it themselves. I mean, no one knows for sure, right? But it seems like this is a Rovio game. It's their logo that pops up. And so this actually, here's a good example of the flow of the game. The next animal that I need to trap is this owl, but to do that, I need 3 rocks. And I get the rocks from the rabbits. I get them by feeding them carrots, and I get the carrots from the mole bats. And so it all stems from this berry branch. That's what starts it. The berries go to the moles, the carrots go to the rabbits, and so on.
Man.
And now we're up to the hurry up and wait stuff. I'm building my second mole house, but it takes 5 minutes unless you want to use your gems to skip that time.
Which is pretty standard for this kind of, I mean, that's the same thing with Clash of Clans and
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty normal.
Yeah. I mean, and this is free to play, right?
Yeah, this is a free download.
So I mean that makes sense. How expensive are the the microtransactions, I'm guessing, are?
I don't know. They gave me a lot of. Oh, look at this. This is cool. So it shows you some of the stuff you're gonna collect later on.
Interesting.
They give you a lot of gems to start with. Oh wow, those are kind of expensive.
Yeah, $60. Jeez, best value.
Well, I mean, what throws me for a loop is that the cheapest one is $4.99.
Yeah.
They should have a 99-cent one. Man, I've been spending these gems like crazy because you start with $2.50. They start you with a lot.
Oh wow.
So what's my current quest? My current quest is to remove a tree. Remove. Okay, I'll remove that.
Not a hard quest.
And then again, that takes 5 minutes. So we're out of things to do, Anthony. This commentary's over because.
And you call me Anthony again.
Oh, I'm sorry, Andrew.
It's fine. It's fine.
Anthony. I've been doing a lot of commentary.
I love it. It's fun.
Sitting right here.
I mean, that is kind of crazy that there's that time constraint limits you that much. You know.
Yeah. So it's like there's actually nothing we can do. We're waiting for this home to build, and we're waiting for this bunny to make more rocks, and just wait. But I mean, it's the same as if you were to sit and play, you know, Simpsons or play any of these games. Like, they're not fun. The idea is you pop in, like you feed all your animals, and then you bounce, you know, and then you come back when your animals need to be fed again.
Like, I play 30 seconds of Clash of Clans while I'm waiting in line at the grocery store or whatever.
Sure, exactly. She makes soup for you.
Man.
And then I think you use the soup to level up your animals?
I mean, Justin, once we all see The Croods and it becomes the #1 highest-grossing film of all time, I'm sure some of the mythology will tie into this game a little better and we'll understand the deep, involved world that we're seeing here.
Should we super boost Scruffy the Rabbit?
Well, of course.
I don't even know exactly what that means. Oh, so it looks like it ups the number. Like, they produce whatever it is. They produce a little bit faster when you level them up.
Interesting.
Like, see, I'm assuming it's a she. I don't know why.
Yeah.
He or she, Scruffy, will produce 13.3 an hour instead of 12. Yeah, what a weird game from Rovio.
Yeah, and it's not bad looking. I mean, it looks pretty standard.
No, I actually kind of like the art. Like, I like that it's not really cartoony. Like, it seems sketchy and like hand drawn. Like,
well, it's also a different style than the film itself. Like, it doesn't just look like the DreamWorks style.
Yeah. Yep, you're completely right. You can build some like decorations that are just kind of for fun. I don't want to because I need.
You need your gems.
Well, it didn't cost gems. It cost rocks, which they come from the rabbits, and the rabbit produces them very slowly, like one every few minutes.
Man.
So you can queue up. She's gonna make 4 rocks because that's how many carrots I've given her. And if I give her more, you know, and if I give this guy more, like, you know, now he'll make 8 without me needing to babysit him.
That makes sense.
I don't know. There's nothing else to show you.
Man, I mean, for a free download, if you're not already playing Simpsons or Clash of Clans or any of these other similar games, it doesn't seem like this is a bad example of the genre or anything.
No, sure. It seems fine. It's got the same deal. You can visit your neighbors and like help them out. As you unlock different family members, they give you different quests. There's, you know, achievements.
Nice.
I like sort of that food chain theme. It reminds me a little of Viva Pinata. Like, that's the game I want to give a shout out to. This seems like the social game freemium version of Viva Pinata. That's what it seems like to me, because it's all based on like the food chain.
Yeah, no, that's actually a really good comparison.
It really bothers me that it takes 5 minutes to remove this tree.
Yeah.
I'm going to remove it. I'm going to do it. I used a gem that just cost me 10 cents or however much.
Probably worth it in that case.
I wasn't paying any attention to what that just gave me.
It gave you, it looked like 1 of something.
I didn't even complete the quest because I removed a medium tree, not a small tree.
Oh, that's weird.
Okay, where's a small? Okay, here's a small.
Probably that little yellow one, yeah.
Also, should you, like, is this the message to send people, like, deforest? You're not like move the tree to a more convenient spot. They're just like, get rid of it.
Well, what is the plot of The Croods? I honestly don't even know.
The game opened with a hilarious little cutscene. Hilarious because it was like so basic and simple, where this guy's like, hey, I have an idea, gathering. And then it's like, no, instead of eating this fruit, let's like tame an animal with it. And Grandma's like, that won't work. Okay, so level up. So, you know, it gives you these quests to sort of tell you like what you need to do. And I need to level up the bunny beast. And to level up him, I need leaves. I don't know how to get those.
It seems so arbitrary, like which resource applies to which thing.
It actually already confuses me too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how to get the leaves. Maybe from the big tree. Like, it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know, actually.
Maybe is there something 1 step back before the berry bush?
No. I love how they make these games like as easy as possible. They're like, we need these social games to be incredibly successful. We need millions of people playing them, and then I don't even understand like what I'm doing.
Like the most basic currency.
Where do you get leaves? I don't know. Like, maybe if you dive through the menus, it's in here somewhere.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm surprised it's not from the tree. What does it say the reward is for taking down the tree?
Just like XP and money.
Oh, weird.
So that's the Croods. You know, it seems fine. Like, you know, I like the style. It got that same polish that all of Rovio's games have. I'm not especially impressed. You know, I liked, you know, Pixel People more, for example.
Sure.
But there's nothing absolutely wrong with it either. I feel like this game will probably be a hit.
Yeah, I mean, especially if the movie is, right?
Yeah.
I don't know how successful or unsuccessful that'll be, but you imagine people like the license, they'll support this more.
For sure. So, Andrew, hey!
Oh, you did it.
I got it right. That's really embarrassing that I did that wrong.
It's fine, Jared. It happens to me.
I get Jason a lot.
Do you?
I get Jason and Dustin.
I get Adam. A lot.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
You look like an Adam.
Oh, thank you.
I saw on Reddit the other night, there's a picture of like a chubby you.
Really?
Yeah.
Can I see it?
Yeah, I'll find it and dig it up.
Like, is it actually me being chubby, or are you calling me fat right now? You just show it's a picture from today and you posted it to Reddit.
Hey, look at this picture of chubby Andrew. It's like a snapshot that I took of you in the morning meeting. So, yes, thank you, Andrew Goldfarb, for joining me. Thank you, everybody, for listening. As always, we're bringing you all the information on the hottest, newest mobile games at IGN. So be sure you're keeping it locked to IGN Wireless.